You know, what nobody tells you about ADT therapy, androgen deprivation therapy, they don't treat the mental part or emotional part. They treat the cancer. They treat the testosterone. Now, they go after the numbers. But the you part, you on your own, buddy. Because when testosterone leaves the building, it don't just take muscle with it. It takes the buffer. See, testosterone lets men hide, it lets you bulldoze feelings. It lets you turn confusion into confidence and call it strength. ADT takes all that shit away. Everything now hits you raw, without a rubber, and you the one that can end up pregnant. You know what I'm saying? You're not sad, you're sensitive. You're not angry, you're emotional with a loud voice. And nobody prepares you for that. I'm sitting there mad about nothing. 10 minutes later, I'm questioning my whole existence. 5 minutes later, I'm laughing like, why am I like this? It was really like that because your hormones left and didn't leave a forwarding address or any forwarding instructions. And the scary part, you start asking yourself, who the am I without this edge? Because men, we build our identity around force, strength, around drive, around certainty. And ADT kicks that out the door. And what you left with is you without a crutch of testosterone. There's this phrase I used to say, when you on ADT therapy, you're going to find out how much of a man you really is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You're going to find out quick, you know? And you got to sit through or sit with your thoughts that you used to outrun thanks to testosterone. That's when you realize a lot of masculinity is just momentum if you don't know what real masculinity is. See, take the momentum away, and now you got to figure out who you are on purpose. That's not weakness, that's exposure. And exposure feels like danger to people who were never trained to sit still emotionally. So, yeah, the cancer might be gone, but now you fighting a quieter fight. Learning how to regulate emotions without testosterone, doing the heavy lifting while still trying to work out, and sore as hell, by the way, and learning how to feel things without letting them drive the bus. Learning how to be calm without being numb. That's the part they don't treat. That's the part they don't have a billing code for. Although somehow it seems like your invoice is big enough to have covered that. But if you survive long enough, that's the part that decides whether you heal or just exist angry. Because surviving physically and surviving mentally, those are two different championship belts. And if you're still here, still adjusting and still recalibrating and still learning yourself again, that don't make you broken. That make you unfinished business. And unfinished business means you still alive. And once you make peace with the middle part, then comes the next phase, life after the board. Yeah, resistance is not futile. It's going to be important and necessary. Let's talk about rebuilding something new instead of chasing what we lost.